Jay, there were, like, going into this series, like, who's the most important player in the series? And you're like, you said Marcus Smart, even more than, like, Steph or Tatum. And there were 15 candidates that could have been in the top five, it seemed to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here is Al Horford, who is certainly, in retrospect, a candidate, right, from last night at the post-game presser. Listen to this.
Golden State really did a good job in the third. I mean, they're known for coming out in the third and being very aggressive. And I think that for us, the key was Jaylen Brown, start of the fourth quarter, with the way that he came out and played, with his energy and scoring, but also then Rob Williams gets a lob dunk. And I just think that that was the start for us of something there. And it started with that fourth quarter group. It started the fourth quarter, gave us kind of that boost, that confidence. And we just continue to, plug away.
This is going to be such a casual fan comment, and this is to all the casual fans, because for the last several years, I've been out there saying, why are you talking about breaking up Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown? These are two superstars. Jaylen Brown had the best game of his young NBA career last night. Now, you'll look at the stat line and you'll say, well, Jay, he only had 24 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. But in the fourth quarter, at the beginning of the fourth quarter, this is why you have Brown on this team. There is a little bit of a different mentality that he has. He scored or assisted on 20 of the Celtics' first 23 points of the fourth quarter. And he allowed the other ancillary players and Al Horford and Derek White to step up in those big moments. But they will never be in those moments if Jaylen Brown doesn't go on that burst. And he is a difference maker in this game, in a game in which Jason Tatum was not his usual offensive self. And I give him a lot of credit for the assists that he brought to the table. Still an impact. The impact of Jaylen Brown in the fourth quarter was the main culprit in which why the Golden State Warriors had that epic collapse. It never happens without Brown, Key. He's the difference in this ballgame.
When I look at you, we talked about having to have the role player step up if, in fact, things become too big for what you would deem their superstars. Now, you say Jaylen Brown's a superstar. I guess in this particular series for me, I look at Marcus Smart. I look at Tatum as the frontline guys, especially Smart on the defensive end going up against Curry. But you mentioned Jaylen Brown and the effect that he had in the fourth quarter. Anytime you have somebody stepping up and taking up the slack that somebody else can't do on the team, you always are going to be effective in winning the game. Now, when I closed my eyes, it looked different. I thought, much like Max, Golden State will probably win by 8. When I opened them back up, Golden State was down and the clock was ticking away. And so I don't know what transpired between me closing my eyes and me opening them back up, but clearly Jaylen Brown has some effect there.
Look at it this way. Stephen Curry is the face of the Golden State Warriors. That will be Jason Tatum of the Boston Celtics. Draymond Green is the engine that makes the car go. It can go fast, it can go slow. Last night went a little bit slow. He didn't play as well, right, towards the stretch. That is Marcus Smart for the Boston Celtics, the engine, right? Defensive guy, made threes, made some shots. Jaylen Brown is similar to Klay Thompson in that they can be momentum-like scorers. And Jaylen Brown, a two-way, like almost in a way, like they mirror each other, right?
Yeah.
Before Klay got hurt, Klay was that guy who was defensive stopper, go lock him down. Go give me 25-plus points. Like, that is who Jaylen Brown is. He's a younger version of Klay Thompson to a degree. Not saying he's a shooter like Klay Thompson.
But he's the second-best player on the team.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was proven last night that your second-best player steps up when you need him to the most.
So Jaylen Brown, I'm going to hold off getting into Steph because I just don't have the energy to do it with you two right now. But you just mentioned, just keep in mind this. You just said Jaylen Brown, when they needed it, in the fourth quarter. You can look at the box score, but that doesn't tell the whole story because in crunch time, he stepped up. I agree. Fourth quarter in the finals, very important.
By the way, though, Max,
just
the
keep
Celtics
that in
have
mind.
not been great throughout the regular season in clutch moments.
No, but in the playoffs, they've been good in the fourth quarter.
But not throughout the regular season.
Yeah, right. So when the superstar is not scoring, right, if he's struggling, when Batman isn't doing his thing, can Robin step up and get you there? When you say don't break up Tatum and Brown all these years, it's for moments like this, right? Tatum, who's not scoring, is helping in other ways. He's dishing, he's playing defense, he's doing a lot of good things, but he's not scoring. Part of that is the defense they're playing on him. They were slacking off of, like, Horford. And we can get into, by the way, White was great. We get into a lot of that in a little bit. But when Batman is having problems, where's Robin? And Jaylen Brown is Robin on this team, right? He's the second best player on the team. He stepped up.
Well, look, the thing you love about even the rotations, the fact that Boston made 8 catch-and-shoot three-pointers last night in the fourth. 8. So being able to open up the lanes for those driving opportunities. And look, they also, man, they had 33 assists. So the ball was moving so fast. And I give this team so much credit because, look, that game 1 should have been Golden State's game easily. But the resolve of Jaylen Brown, we will talk about White. You will talk about the impact of Horford. And I get it. Al Horford and Derek White, they combined for 47 points, only 2 points shy of Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. A huge factor in the ballgame. But Jaylen Brown is the factor that sparked that incredible run, that 40-16 fourth quarter run. And in the last 5 minutes, when he got them there, that's when they went on a 17-5 run where it pushed it open. Key, that's why when you woke up, you're like, damn, what?
You mean the moment, happened? The feel of the game, the feel of the game at the moment they needed it, Brown got big. He played big. By the way, White, I know we keep saying we'll get into him. To me, the difference with him, a lot of that was contested. A lot of those were difficult shots compared to Horford, where Dre was giving him space. White was unbelievable, and he's had a couple games like that throughout these playoffs. It was huge. But Jaylen Brown, to you, is the player of the game, Jay, right?
Yeah, look, I mean, I dozed off for a good, 2 minutes, right, in the fourth. And I was like, oh, my God, what happened? And all of a sudden you go back, and you're like, oh, wait. Like, it happens so fast, and that's the difference between having the Celtics and the way they play. That's why people think they're poised to beat Golden State.
Yes, big moments in the fourth quarter in the finals.